What's going on, guys? So today we have a board that has been damaged for I believe this is an external hard drive. A data recovery company that we work with brought this in. Some of the capacitors are blown and looks like a trace is messed up. So we're gonna go ahead and take care of that. I just wanna show you guys how small this thing is on the overhead camera. So we'll be working around in this area. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. We got this area right here that has a trace, a pad that has been torn off. We'll be putting the capacitor, solder it down. Where's that capacitor? Right there. That capacitor that needs to be in that spot. What we'll have to do is reveal some of this pad right here for this copper wire. That way it can sit properly because it needs to be read onto this board. Now what I can do is I can do like a trace wire. I can use a wire like this, like I did in the Xbox video that you guys saw. If you haven't seen that, link will be in the top or in the description. You can make a trace wire. I can reveal some of the copper around this area and then solder it directly onto the cap that's right here. But what I want to do is make the cap very secure. So what I have is all of these traces that we can use. So what I'll do is I'll solder this down onto here. This is a very, very, very tiny area to work on. So what I want to do is kind of use solder mask and have this seated onto this area after I solder it down in this corner. All right, guys, you will need one of these Dremels. It's a mini Dremel right here. This helps out a lot in these small areas. We'll go ahead and Dremel this away. I like to wet it with some IPA so it'll help. I can see it and remove the area a lot easier. You don't need to overkill, just do a little bit right there. It's more than enough. So what you want to do is typically go ahead and get one of these. I like to carve it first, get it all shiny, get the coating off. Go ahead and remove this. Put that down. This is microsurgery right here. So this is gonna go right here. All right, so it's gonna go right under here. So what we're gonna do is, let's move this to the side, put it right here for now. We'll get our micro soldering iron, get some flux on here. Just a dab. I'll prep it with some solder, like so. Just enough to hold on to the pad. That's good. And then we'll get the one that they put on before. Perfect. Now what we'll do is get our pad right here, just enough to be able to sit there properly. Now I want to make sure, because I believe this is ground, if I'm not mistaken. Should also be right there. Yep. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and clean this up. I think that's perfect. So what we're gonna do now is add some solder mask to the pad right here, and then we'll grind. That way the pad can sit in place and doesn't come off easily. So just enough to cover this. Add it right there. All right, and now we get our UV light and some hot air. It's a little trick that I learned, and it cures it pretty fast. Now we grind away and make sure that it is not covering the pad. All right, kind of looks like that's good enough. Go ahead and do a little bit on the edge. I think that's great, looks good. All right, so now we got to get this cap out of here without losing it. All right, so we'll go ahead and put this on here. All right, let's try using hot air instead, see if that worked. And that's it. I think we're good. Now what I'll do is just add a little bit of solder on the sides to make sure it's seated properly and all the way. All right, well that's it guys. It's all good to go. Got it all stable. Now what we'll do is go ahead and clean it up. Go ahead and check it with the multimeter here. Make sure we get a beep and see if there's any continuity. So this board is connected to here as well, so it's perfect. Continues there. Continues there. We are good to go. Alrighty. Alright guys, so we got it all done. It's all good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and call the guy and let him know that we repaired his pad for one of the capacitors on this board. We're hoping that it'll work. Can't really test it without the rest of the board, but we did test for continuity using our multimeter, and it's all good to go. So thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate it. Hope you like this video. Go ahead and give us a thumbs up, and go ahead and like it. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys do whenever it comes to repairs like this. If you have any ideas or any recommendations, just let me know. Thanks again. Make sure you guys subscribe and share, and see you next time.